Okay, I believe that these are going to be our last two quests before we are done with the caves and mines quest trees. And then we will go and clear the mines, beat the boss, and yeah. I held off on this one, again, specifically because it's part of the Soul Eater quest chain. I couldn't think of the term quest chain, apparently, but we have to go rescue Crow's twin sister. Interestingly, there is actually an item as of episode 4 that is associated with her. Crow, not her twin sister. There's just a surprising amount of references to a lot of these NPCs, which is very interesting, I've said before, because they just always feel so inconsequential. Then again, this isn't really a game that is great at making its story mode feel very big. In a lot of ways, it's a little bare bones. You gotta go looking for the lore and all of that type of stuff. So whenever anything like that comes up where you get to see a callback to a character whose name you know, I think that's kind of cool. Oh, I should probably deposit that mag. I need that inventory slot. Also, we should talk to these people because some of them are new. Well, yeah, I mean, RPGs from way back when are definitely going to be a little bit bare bones. Then again, this is also a very early... You gotta remember that this is, like, the first... I think this is the first console MMORPG. It's not the first MMORPG, period, because there were MMOs before this on PC. Remember that this came out in 2000. So yeah, certainly not the dawn of RPGs, but definitely very early for online gaming. Actually, I guess Phantasy Star in general was kind of not super in your face about a lot of the lore. You did have to dig a little bit. And it was a brutal fucking game, too. Oh, hi, Sue. What are you doing over here? Yeah, the perils and woes of being a genetically engineered being. Who knows how long she'll live? She's an artificial creature, basically. That's something that doesn't really get touched on too much in the plot, though. Hey, you. Oh, nothing to say, huh? What about this dude? Oh, I see. You're a couple of Namazu in a trench coat, apparently. Huh. Strange. I thought that wouldn't be a thing that would exist for another 10 or so years. Oh, is she gonna imperil herself in some way? Oh, boy. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry, dude. But I do wonder if that means that, like, any of them are also being inducted into... Oh, sorry, that's spoiler alert for what's going on. I guess we'll dig into that later, because right now all we're doing is we're finding a lost kid. Uh-oh. It sounds like this is a hell of a lot bigger than just a lost kid. There she is. There's this other guy over here. He should probably be the bigger concern, but... not so much, apparently. If we just shoot the person we're supposed to rescue in the face twice, just like a normal person. Background of the CGI art. It's very similar to a Lego dragon. I'm trying to have a bit of a memory of the... Yeah, because I know I had a couple of those when I was a kid. I obviously the castle theme was very popular for Lego stuff for quite a while. And there were a lot of sets that had those little dragons, and I remember that there was a set that had like it was some really small set, but it came with a weird plastic cave sort of thing. And it had a black dragon in it, as opposed to the green dragon that you would usually get with a lot of the bigger castle sets. And I will admit, you know, we had a bunch of those because they were cheap and, you know, easy fix for a kid, right? Keeps the child amused for a period of time, and that's as much as you can hope for. And I remember being kind of annoyed about the fact that since they were little black dragons instead of being in green. I had the one green, but I had a bunch of the just. It sounds real bad when I say it, I feel like, but I don't know. I kind of wanted more of the green dragons because that seemed like more of a proper reptile color. Meanwhile, the other ones were just like solid black, and it's like, huh. I don't know why I'd be worried about saying something and making it sound bad. It can't possibly be like levels of, what was that one VTuber who got fired today? Zion or something? Zion? I don't 100% know how it's pronounced. Yeah, that does sound familiar, that they had like the same jaw shape and everything. Maybe they did like use Lego somewhat for their design. It is possible. Interestingly, Lego did try to introduce a series of design-oriented products called Modulex back in the 60s. I saw a video about that recently, and that company spun off into some pretty neat stuff. I believe the Modulex company later went on to make a bunch of those types of signs that have the movable letters in them. And the Modulex company also really wanted to try to get more Modulex kits remade of the Lego-like product, which was Lego bricks but smaller. It wasn't literally just, hey, here's Lego, but we're marketing them for design. But the Lego company interfered in their attempts to do that, and they said, no, we can't do that. No, it's not Mega Bloks. It's a completely different company. But Modulex was a product that was sold by Lego, and it was in a smaller scale, actually designed for like architecture and building planning and stuff like that. Which is kind of cool that they were thinking about that stuff as far back as the 60s. I miss building things with Lego stuff. I've dug some stuff out of my closet, but most of it is down in the basement, so I'd have to go and do stuff with that, and it's all in a big bin. Moving that around would be a pain in the butt. Also, YouTube has been recommending me a lot of channels about Lego Technic stuff, and I keep looking at all that and watching it and being like, that's really cool. I'd love to do something with that, and all I can say is, boy, I would have to be probably looking at unpowered models, because holy shit. Electrifying any of those, like, the motors are grossly expensive. Then again, they stopped making the Power Function series, I think. So that probably is causing part of the problem. So it would basically be that I have to either get clones, basically, that are made by other people, or I would have to pay massive premiums to people on eBay and Bricklink and stuff like that, and maybe not necessarily have the greatest confidence in the fact that I was getting a legit product. Because, yeah, I've seen a couple of the bootleg versions of some of those that are around, and I don't say that in a mean way. I just say that in a kind of flat, a flat manner, for lack of better word here, and I've heard that some people are like, yeah, they work fine, and then I've also had a lot of people say, oh yeah, if you drive that thing too hard or too long, it'll catch fire. And that is kind of terrifying. Like, just take a moment to think about how many things in your life can burn. And, like, I don't have a fire extinguisher up here. I probably should. But at that point, I almost feel a little bit paranoid. Anyway, fuck it. Whatever. It's a thing that I'll look into one of these days, I guess. Especially if I actually had people who were like, oh yeah, we would definitely watch you do content with this stuff. And then again, I'd probably need a webcam if I wanted to stream anything like that, but whatever. More interestingly, yeah, I remember Kinects quite a bit as well. Kinects had a motor thing of some description as well, and I remember it being kind of a pain. Like, it wasn't half bad. The motor setup that they had, it took 2 AA's, and it had 2 places for you to attach axles. One of them would go through the body, and the other one would just be attached basically out the front. But I seem to recall just thinking that they did not have a very definite grasp, and just also finding that they slip a little bit. Which is not exactly something that you want out of some sort of motorized sculpture, because in theory you really want that to actually behave the way you built it to. Which that sounds real dumb the way I put it, but you understand what I'm saying. It just, I don't have good memories of that thing working too well. But it seemed good on paper, so give them credit there. And also the blue pieces that you could slot together and have it, like, have the 2 planes basically cross. So you couldn't quite get a sphere, I wouldn't say, but you could get something a bit roundish. Again, with sort of an asterisk there, but you could have dimensionality to it very easily. It wasn't half bad. Kinects was pretty alright. I don't know if Kinects still exists. So whenever I say was, it's more along those lines. Not like, oh, well, it stopped being good at some point. I don't know. I don't have that stuff anymore. And part of that being because I had one of those points where I was just like kind of dumping off everything that I remember from my past and my childhood and anything. And I could actually find those at the time, so yeah. Lego right now is just in a weird position overall where it really feels like a lot is just not there anymore in terms of newer stuff. Mostly because I'm pretty sure that most of the Lego stuff that's out there right now that is aimed at sort of an all ages audience is all licensed. So it's like, oh, hey, Lego Star Wars, Lego Marvel, and I think DC Lego as well. Yeah. Yeah, of course there's Lego DC. There was the Lego Batman movie. That was the last film I saw in theaters. So, God, that was fucking donkeys years ago. But yeah, and they have like maybe 1 or 2 original ranges, and of course all the Technic stuff, which is more aimed at an older builder. You get some other things that are more explicitly like sculpture-y, art-ish. I think they had some stuff that really is based on fine art in a way, like, and somebody showed me something on Twitter of a model of the Great Wave off Kanagawa, which was going to be at an exhibition at an art museum in Boston as part of a retrospective on Hokusai. And I was like, wait, is that an actual, like, model kit that they sell? Because I know they've done stuff like that. And I would not have been surprised if they were like, oh, hey, here's this exhibit. By the way, we've prepared this ungodly expensive, although maybe for understandable reasons this time, model kit that you can purchase as, you know, if you're in the gift shop and you have wild amounts of money that nobody in my age bracket could even possibly conceive of. And if you can, I hope you die. I'm kidding. That's a little extreme. But seriously, how the fuck? Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. There's something that seems a little bit sad to me about I can't go on Amazon and immediately find a new Lego pirate ship that was made in the last, like, year or so. Sad and a little bit bizarre. Sad and a little bit bizarre, which also properly, well, also describes my stream in a sense. And me. Wait. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but they've really leaned pretty heavily into doing some interesting stuff with the mechanics. And I like that for like all the Technic stuff they've done. I wish that the motors and stuff were still like available new. And I wish that they were of a decent price. That admittedly has kind of been a thing that Lego has never been great at, but I like stuff like that. But also, what the hell would I do? The other thing is that the amount of motor noise on those does kind of bug me. So if I was... Because the other part of it was that I was like, hey, yeah, I'll build a turning thing and it'll be useful for shooting stuff in some of my videos. But also that motor would be hella noisy and I wouldn't like that. Depending on how I recorded everything, I guess. I'm overthinking something that is not of tremendous importance right now. Because I do that a lot. Hey dude, you've seen this guy in a previous quest. You need to look out for the daughter who might... I mean, sir... I gotta ask what's going on with that guy, because, like... He's not the Wayne's twins' father. Is it, like, daughter in a more metaphorical sense that he's involved with this group of evil people as a you know, bit of a bigwig in this particular circle. And yeah, by the way, they are all connected. It's probably not surprising to see, considering we've seen the dark gray armored NPCs a couple times before and gotten into rows with several of them. ROWS, pardon me. And yeah. Oh, the coloring on that evil shark there looked real funny from the lighting. That was odd. Wow, look at this guy's horrible mohawk. You got anything to say, buddy? Nope, just a bunch of dots. I mean, he's just carrying a buster. He just has a tier 3 saber. I could probably take him on if it came down to it. I'm not concerned about continuing to harangue him. Oh yeah, we gotta go around the rocks. No, he doesn't have any of the other facial features for that. And there's me picking up a tech disc that I don't need again. It's a living or something. That drop might have been worth more than the technique disc. I don't know if that's actually the case. Aw, damn it. I was hoping I'd actually be able to deal some damage to these dudes with that landmine. Sadly, no. Yeah, I think you've snuck some of that stuff into this stream here and there. Snuck, like you... like there was any deception involved, right? Sheesh. Who do I think I am? Speaking of which, did I ever mention that I learned, while doing research for another video, that Imagineer, the developer of Quest 64, also developed a port of Lemmings to the PC-98 computers. That was a very unusual bit of everything coming together for me. Oh yeah, we dodged around a lot of that stuff. We're just a robot. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if that's something that I did or did not mention, but yeah, that was an interesting... That was interesting to find out. Well, that was easy. A nice short quest for us. But before we go, let's take a look at the area map. And, ooh, there's a green arrow up there. I think that means that we're actually on track to be able to do this. Did I talk about it during Lemmings? That's weird, because I don't know if I actually had learned it by then. I mean, I knew that there was a version of it for the PC-98 platform at the time because Lemmings was on goddamn everything. Obviously, but one of the videos that I've been working on for what has got to have been over a year at this point of doing research and looking up all kind of stuff is a retrospective with a bit of asterisk, because can you really apply the term retrospective to something that's not over, of Toho. And so as part of it, I was writing up a thing about the history of the PC-98 platform, because obviously that's where they originated for a few years until it was basically abandoned by everything. And I just happened to run into that while doing research and looking through the lists of software that was released for it. And I was like, huh, that's really weird. Is that the same Imagineer? And as far as and from the information I was able to find out, yes, it was. And I was like, that is very interesting. The world is just full of strange things, and video games as a business in particular are one of those things where a lot of that strangeness tends to crop up. Oh, I get it, because Link can throw her. Wait. I mean, that's true, but... Majora's Mask. I haven't played Majora's Mask in a while. Actually, I do have a cartridge copy of it now, and have for several years. When did I buy that? Probably like 7 years ago, because I was seeing a therapist at the time. I think I was still in university, or very nearly. Well, it was sometime between about 7 years ago and when the pandemic started, so. And probably much closer to that 7 years ago, because that is before the shrink moved offices. Because, hey, sometimes business decisions are just kind of weird. Because I remember I took that whiff to show her one time. Because I think I had, like, rediscovered... Yeah, around that time I had rediscovered the rather infamous Ben Drowned thing. And I bought a cartridge off of eBay as a result of that, and people saying, oh, hey, the GameCube version actually kind of sucks balls. Which, I don't remember having a ton of issues with the GameCube version, but that was the first version of it that I played, so... I also didn't have any part of the more nostalgia-oriented end of it to lean on either. But I did have an N64, and, hey, having more N64 games, I don't dislike the N64 that much at all, or at all, really. It's a fine console. Yeah, that was a big thing that I remember a lot of people saying. I just did not remember ever running into that. So that's about it. Is all I can really offer as a statement there. Alright, so he'll be in the next room, right? Hey, buddy! Hey, look, it's Kirik, and he's got his scythe, and... I mean, I'm stronger than before, rather. The Black Hound, huh? Ah, yes, I've read that Lovecraft story, I think. Orders to kill me, devour my... Whoa, okay. Yikes, buddy. Ow! Yeah, no surprises here. He hurts. Yikes! Fuck. I'm gonna have to, like, heal between every hit. And if I could actually hit him, that would be great. Ow. Okay, I'm good for now. There we go. It's gonna be kind of rough going, actually landing an attack on him, I think. Oh, never mind. We got him in two. Oh, that's... Oh, you're creepy, dude. Your Pioneer 1 rival, huh? Interesting. Dragon Lord 2 fight. Practically, yeah. Oh, Dragon Lord 2. That DL2 breath, that will fuck you right up. Hey, replacement telepipe right here. Nice. Yeah, as you can tell, bit rough. As I've said before, just all the hunter fights in general kind of suck to do. So that makes it even worse because you're subject to the mechanics of that type of battle. But also mostly he damages you almost like he's part of the class type that has the highest attack power in the game. Gee, I wonder if that's the case. Oh, right. Oh, right. He hits like a truck because that's what his hands used to be before that metal was recycled. Oh yeah, let's go talk to some NPCs before we end the quest. Oh, I mean, yeah, Blackhound is pretty tough. Kiri gave me the business, but at least I was able to out-heal him. Well, we found one of them. That kind of makes me think there's a sequel quest. Oh, right, I already know that. Hook them somewhere. Huh. You think Kirik ate their souls? I would take a guess that that's probably what happened, because, I mean, he is wielding a weapon called the Soul Eater, and he did try to murder us like that, so, yeah. You think you know what's going on? Well, that's great. That'll make our job quite a bit easier when we have to deal with it ourselves. And we move on to what is going to be, I believe, the final quest before we move on to actually clearing out the mines proper, Black Paper. Which, I mean, that's a name to go by. That's not an odd choice or anything. Oh, right. Oh, okay, we got more bee going on here. Oh no, not the bees! Your letter, the details are written in it. Alright. Simple-ish setup. Let's take a look at what it says here. Please forgive the urgency of this quest. My situation is desperate. I found a man who I suspect is involved with the missing hunters. He is a weapons trader called Black Paper. He seduced your sister Anna. That's a choice of words. Tell me what happened later. I don't want to hear about what he did with your sister. With him now. See a big hall that looks outside. He's about to finish his business transaction. That's pretty damn deep into the caves. We have to go into caves 3 for this, so yeah. Weapons, android parts, and sometimes humans. You think this is tied up with Letter from Lionel or something? No, probably not. Although, gee, another instance of android body parts being sold on the black market. That's That's... That's okay, buddy. I think we are more than enough to handle this. Although, admittedly, that big purple dude does put a little bit of fear into me. And you've got nothing to say, right, Chief? How about when I bring your leader's head back in a duffel bag? How you gonna feel about that? So, we're going to find that the map here is very, very similar to what we saw in Waterfall Tears. Perhaps unsurprisingly, because they have continuity with each other. These two quests, in a very direct manner. Unlike quite a few of... Unlike quite a few quests in the game. Which, again, another kind of interesting thing about just how this story mode is put together. Because I'm not entirely convinced that all of these things could have happened, the more that I think about it. Also, the more that I click these buttons together on my GameCube controller, I'm remembering that I believe one of my friends has managed to find copies of Metroid Prime Remastered for both of us. Which is incredibly nice of him, and, you know, good fucking work, buddy. Those have been an absolute nightmare to get hold of. So if that is the case, that might be something that I throw into the stream playlist. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of considering doing the VTuber thing only part of the time that I stream, just because I still like doing the regular streams. But it would... And if that would be the case, then obviously said Metroid Prime Remaster would be a VTuber thing. The Mega Man Battle Network collection, once that comes out, will not, though. That's... But obviously, I am going to be playing that, because... Yes. And yes, I will play all 6 of the main games. I really love that series. Okay, so we don't even have to go down. We can just keep going back to the main path here. At this point, the boxes are not going to be very high value for us. Like, okay, we'll find monomates and stuff occasionally, which will be like, hey, yeah, remember to feed your mag, dummy. And I'll do that. But right now, we've got 10 Sol Atomizers, and the chests are not going to give us any sort of treasure in terms of equipment that is going to be of a higher value than anything we have right now. Honestly, I don't think most of the monsters will either. Like, the best thing we could probably hope for from any of these mobs is a Varista with some better percents, or a DB Saber with Dark. Varista already has 10% Dark, that's nice. I probably should have teched that up to like 20%, which I think is what I could have gotten, but I was feeling a little lazy. So yeah, my commentary for this part is probably going to be drier than usual because, hey, we've literally seen 90% of this map layout up until about the halfway point of the quest, and even a little bit past, because we did have to go past that waterfall room in order to go find Kirik, and it's the same setup in those rooms as well. You can actually explore all of Caves 2 on Waterfall tiers. You can't go to Caves 3, but you can explore all of Caves 2. And it's the same map layout between that and this quest, except for the lack of NPCs. Okay, yeah, I thought there were still some dudes in here. God, I gotta sneeze. This is the worst. Second. Sorry about that. You probably heard the clicking of the mic button. Although I got a feeling that you've probably all heard a bunch of clicking from the shoulder buttons at this point, so how much worse is that? I'm doing that thing where I hold the controller pretty close to the microphone just because of how I'm all bunched up right now. So yeah. Ouch. The other box. Come on. Otherwise, I feel quite silly. I mean, I usually do to begin with, but even more so. Oh. Oh-ho! I see you're here this early, buddy. Well. It's time to throw down. I see he's glitching out a little bit. Okay, Xenos. Jeez. Alright, let's throw that and... Aw, oh, damn it. I was hoping that I could... Fuck. Yeah, he's really not liking the idea of me trying to freeze him. But we got him. That wasn't too bad. Especially because we blocked the only attack that he was able to land on us. The one that he was able to land on us from fucking downtown, too. Well, time to go finish the quest, I guess. Oh, this isn't the right way. Duh. Well, back to speedrunning this, basically. Speedrunning when you don't know the pattern. Again, I should probably go track down that speedrun of this game that somebody... I saw that on Reddit, like, months ago. Somebody... I think they completed the entire story mode in 6 hours or something. Maybe less than that, but I don't remember. Either way, it was a number that sounded incredibly fast. And I gotta imagine some of these fights are crazy with low level, because I can't imagine that with 6 hours you would be super high level. I should have checked what my playtime was before I started doing this. Actually, I can probably just go look at my first VOD for this game and be like, hey, what was my playtime finishing not hard mode, normal mode, roughly. And I would be able to find out from there. I would assume at least 12 hours, but I may also be kind of lowballing it a little. Yeah, I've got to be, because we're on... This is VOD number 6, I believe. And at about 3 hours per VOD, that would put us at 18 hours right now. And by the end of the... and by right now, I mean at the end of this VOD. So by the end of this stream, I'm hoping to have beaten the mines, and I don't necessarily know that I have more goals. And I'd say throw another 3 for completing the ruins. Maybe just 2, but I'm gonna say 3 for the moment. And so that's like 27 hours. But we'll cut it down a little bit, because we are on hard mode right now, and it actually probably is a little bit more time consuming than doing stuff on normal. So probably like 25 hours. So again, if that 6 hour number is correct, that sounds kind of insane. And again, I'm also kind of hoping / assuming that it's completely from scratch. If it's... You get donated equipment for that to start with, like you're just giving yourself your level 185 attack mag and all that shit, then that's a little bit less amazing, but still fairly cool. I'm gonna go search it and see if I can pull anything up here. Glitchless speedrun, an hour and 32 minutes for episode 1 3 years ago. So I was way off. And again, that's for glitchless. That's... Well, I guess, again, if you're just doing the normal stuff, that's kind of... Yeah. Whatever. I'll look it up again later, and I will get the information. And I'll actually watch it. So I did see in a thumbnail from a much older speedrun of somebody in the mines at level 8. And I'm just like, wow, okay, fighting Volopt below level 20, that... level 20, below level 10, that sounds kind of monstrous. Imagine the layers of RNG you have to get right for that sort of thing, is all I can say, because, ooh boy. The drop luck you need, the everything else. Absolutely bizarre to consider, is all. Just... I don't know how else to put it. Because, yeah. Alright, this is the wrong way. I don't know why I kept going this way after I started, but... Sunk cost fallacy, I guess. I was hoping for some more monomates. I think we're getting to the point very soon, now that we're level 41, where those will not be available to purchase anymore. Because after a certain level, the game just goes, yeah, no, you're going to use Dimates, and you're going to use better, and you're going to like it. And I'm kind of going to go, I'm not going to like it, but, I mean, okay. It's a full heal and a little bit more than that, but that makes it kind of wasteful. Because then it's like, hey, yeah, I'll only heal when you have really low HP. And that's not a position you want to be in with that kind of thing. Because if you're waiting to heal until you've got like 12 HP, and you're fighting an enemy with a disgustingly powerful attack that can like do half your max HP in a hit or something, you might not heal for that, and you'll get killed by it, and you'll feel real stupid afterwards. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to feel stupid. Hey, Grant's disc. Neat. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a level 1 Grant's disc drop. Or McGeed, for that matter. I'm sure that I have, and I just don't remember. But it definitely seems like a pretty rare thing, just because of how the levels are distributed for techniques and stuff in this game. Ruh-roh, Raggy. They are out of here. Hey, you! Oh, I don't know what's good for me. And neither do you, buddy. Oh, yeah, okay. Use your invincibility hacks for a few seconds there. As he hits me for like 2 damage with his shitty piece of garbage blade on a stick. Wow, nice twig with some stuff dangling off of it or something. I don't know. Could throw toilet paper at me and it would do more damage. Grab all the cash. Ugh. Sorry about that. I am a little congested today. I might be getting sick. My dad was sick earlier this week, so maybe I got what he has. It just seems to be a regular cold, though, at least, so eh. Then again, COVID is a very dry sickness, usually, if I recall correctly, so I'm not super concerned about it in that case. For now. Yep, going around all this stuff again. Doors open. And this time we go to the right, if I recall correctly. Ooh, a red box, though. I'm pretty sure that's just another Barista. Yeah, same stats, and it has 0%. That's a shame. I can probably just throw that out, then. Or, I suppose, sell it for the 1 Meseta it'll be worth at the shop. Yeah, rare stuff, by the way, is worth only 10 to sell. And 1 if it's a weapon that hasn't been teched yet, so... Teching weapons that you are able to identify from stats and or equipping and know that you already have is a net loss for you. Actually, I think the same thing is true of unidentified gear in PSO2. Because teching costs are more dynamic in that, but I'm pretty sure that they end up in such a state that if you vendor an unidentified item after you identify it, it's like always a loss. Which kind of sucks, but I guess okay. Oh, wow, I got by one of the Nano Dragons. That's unfortunate. It's okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't lose much. Because I deposited my money from the last mission before I came here, I think. Even if not, that still wasn't a ton. Sell all this junk. Yes, sell the evade material too. As I've said before, they're not that useful. Alright. Now, with that, I'll be right back. Glad this quest isn't timed. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about the holdup. Let us continue with hopefully not getting killed in a really embarrassing way. Although, I mean, that does kind of factor into the thing I was talking about before about, oh, hey, you might not use a heal until your HP is real low, and I am an absolute stick in the mud about never using any of my items. Almost. Like, I admit that I'm a complete cheap ass when it comes to item use. Although, at the very least, I am kind of dumping quite a few items in this game, but it's mostly just to buff my mag stats. Which, admittedly, that's a lot of, you know... That's a lot of work, and it has a permanent effect. A slowly building permanent effect, but a permanent effect nonetheless. Okay, no, that is the right way. Whoopsie doodle. Oh god, somebody posting a Yu-Gi-Oh deck in a Discord that I'm in with 60 cards in it. And I'm just kind of like, wow, that sounds pretty hilarious, that level of dumping things into your graveyard in order to gain from it. But also, boy oh boy, I really bet that the person running that wishes that that grass looks greener was legal. And it's banned for a good fucking reason because of shit like that. Jeez. Alright. We're almost back to where we were before, so I can finally go and get back into a really easy fight and hopefully not get killed this time. Yeah, 70 damage from those flying orbs. That's not insignificant. That's like a quarter of our HP, give or take. Let's say that constitutes not insignificant. Alright, now on to the last floor. So things are going to be a little bit different this time. But only a little bit because, I mean, listen. It is still the caves. We've seen this place a million times before. Thankfully, we won't see it a million more before we're done here. Yeah, as you can see, the window for hitting the Nano Dragon is pretty small when you rush up to it. I don't know if I've properly demoed that up to this point. But, yeah. We were able to get 2 hits in, though, which is kind of impressive. Ruh-roh, Raggy. They know we're on to them. Oh, but I see they didn't leave a chode for us to fight. Kind of impressed. And I'm taking a guess that we want to go to the left here. Because they've got a switch as opposed to an unlocked door. And there's landmines trapping the path. And garbage spawns in our way. Including one of these duders. Now, if I don't turn around, that'll be better. Alright. Side door open. Oh no, that's a poison lily. I was gonna be like, instead of pan arms, I'll go the other way. See if I can get anything useful that direction. Because I don't want to deal with those things. They suck. Alright, splitting the path. Let's try going right this time. I'm gonna check the other path first. Actually, I can probably just look at my map, can't I? Yeah, we were intended to go to the right. At the first fork in the road. That is odd. Yeah. Unstuck there. And it was making me feel real silly. Alright. Map. Looks like we can just skip this. Skip all these fights and just get over here. And this is hopefully the end point of the mission. Oh, that dude freaked out. Answer may be no. Shoot! Well, I mean, if you insist, or I'll shoot you with my sword. There we go. We shot him with our sword, and he died in one hit because we got a crit. Nice. Oh, I bet it did! 400 damage, bud? Fuck. Oh, check out somebody with the red slicer. And the Del Saber shield. Nice. And there we go. Mission accomplished. Crack these chests open and see if we can get anything to fence. Yeah, we could use a little bit of that. And let's see if these guys have anything to say. They got their asses kicked. That's funny. They deserved it. That's why it's funny. Alright, let's go dump the garbage out of our inventory, which involves checking these garbage weapons real quick. Yeah, and that has no percents whatsoever. Throw a bunch of stuff in the trash. And do a quick bit of mag feeding, and then restock on our monomates. And we'll finally be done here. Only need 7 more attack in order to equip that. I think it's a Slicer of Assassin that we have in there. I guess we'll find out when we do. Yep, we got him. We are basically the space cops. Oh yeah, you mean that one guy over there? I guess we can go investigate that dude real quick and see what's up. You have absolutely nothing to say, huh? Interesting. Yeah, we heard about that before. Oh, yeah, we should have figured that out already. Well, good job tricking the dumb guy. Alright. Hooray! We've got our money, and now we can go check the quest board and probably say conclusively that, hey, we have done everything in those areas, and we will never have to see the cave again. We'll still have to see the mines for a really painful quest later. And there's actually a thing that involves a forest later, but yeah, no more caves for us. That is great. Oh, somebody has put that together? Neat. Excuse me. Deposit the money. And down into the mine we go. Oh, well, that explains it then. I've come to think of it, I wouldn't really know where to expect that artwork to come from otherwise. So we've seen most of what the mines have to offer us in terms of monsters. These are just the same robots we've seen before. They've got laser beams that deal magic damage, because that's how lasers work. Oh, okay, same model as on the box art. I haven't seen, like, the full wraparound of the box in, well, maybe even ever. So, there you go. Ouch! Yeah, 96 damage for that laser. That is pretty intense. We should probably heal after that. Oh, fuck off. Get over here and attack me from a vision cone I can actually see. It's weird how difficult this layout of enemies is, where it's just, oh, hey, we put them all in the far corners of the room. And yet, a decent job kicking my ass. That's nowhere near time. What am I thinking? That's my bad. Ooh, there was a red drop there. I gotta be a little carefuler here, because I'm in the danger zone, HP-wise. There we go. Managed to get away with it. Oh, the melee attack. The melee attack does like nothing, though, so at least there's that. Oh! Oh, that is cool! I forgot they drop a shield. Secret gear. I mean, okay, the evasion drops by 1. We're at the exact level to equip that, but on an additional 46 defense? And it boosts our fire and thunder resistance? Nice. Nice. Actually, increased thunder resistance might come in handy for the boss of the region. Sadly, I don't think that's going to increase our resilience to these laser beams, but still. A nice thing to get nonetheless. I forgot that was a thing you could get from these duders. As before, yeah, make sure you are cautious about your defense stat in this game, because yeah, if it's inside of a certain area, it can get you killed. Blah blah blah. The min-maxing in this one is pretty damn weird when it comes down to it, but hey. Hey what? I don't know, but hey nonetheless. That's what horses eat. So my parents would tell me every time I said hey. And like, okay, we get it. You don't know how to communicate with your children. Okay, cool. You think you're funny, too. Arguably, that's the greater sin. I'm not saying it would be an easy argument, but... Ooh. Ogre power double minus. That is going to provide us a nice attack boost. I'm attacked by robots this time. What are they? They were customized robots originally for industrial use. Who did this? I can understand animals being metamorphosed by a crustacean into mutants, but these were robots. Somebody modified them. Was it done by someone from Pioneer 1? Magnetic interference screwed up the programming, and somehow everything just came up Millhouse for Dark Falls, I guess. And they did it themselves. That's my guess. Okay, which of these is the weakest? These are 8, 11, 13. There we go. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to do a brief bit of manual sorting in order to make sure that these aren't in a place where I will, like, just try to sell them next time I'm in town. Yeah. Y'all understand. Possibly. Hopefully, it would make things a lot easier for me. So yeah, I guess we have to look at blue crates in this area because yeah, they could actually be power boosts and we could definitely use those. Oh, you fucker, you were right in my face. How rude can you get? God, imagine if robots were just complete assholes. That'd be terrible. Actually, which do you think is more likely to happen? Is that robots in the future, once AI is advanced enough to, like, operate on its own, are exceedingly polite, or they're exceedingly rude? Because, of course, they'd be programmed primarily for politeness because service and all that, but like, what if they just aren't for some reason? Dragon frame. I think we have... Yeah, that's not really worth much of anything, but we'll keep the junk in our inventory, and I guess we'll teleport back fairly soon. Depending on when our inventory gets too clogged with stuff. I mean, yeah, there is also the possibility of someone programming a robot to just be kind of an asshole. And or people looking at robot politeness and being like, oh, boy, that robot sounds like a real asshole because of how automated it is. But, get off the thing. Alright, you got anything useful for us, Rico? Don't panic if you see more than one Sinnoh Beat, just find the real body. Yeah, we haven't seen the Sinnoh Beats use their shadow clone jutsu, but they're basically ninja type robots, so it probably doesn't surprise that they can do sort of a shadow clone jutsu type of thing. And hopefully we never will see that because we haven't really run into a whole lot of fights where they would be such a concern that we wouldn't kill them fast enough. At least I don't think that's been a case here. Oh, I saw you prepping that laser beam. That was about to spell death-a-rooney for me if I had gotten hit by that. Alright, 4 Canadynes. We can have a little bit of difficulty finding a good place to get to be able to target all of these chuckle fucks at once. Gotcha! There we go. That's better. There's one left. Alright, take this out. I think we got... Yeah, we got 2 Sinnoh Beats here, so... it's fairly easy to deal with, at least. Their upgraded version, the Sinnoh Gold, who I know we've seen before, have a healing ability, by the way. I think it's an AoE heal, but yeah, it's pretty weak in this difficulty, I think, relative to the amount of damage that we deal. But in normal, it's significantly less so. And so you can end up in a situation where you're just combo attacking them, and if you're shooting real slow, you'll basically keep them in a holding pattern of using the heal, and you'll feel real stupid. On Ultimate, they're replaced with the Sinnoh Reds, I think, and they have an ability instead that buffs their allies, which in my opinion, that's actually even worse, because like, a lot of enemies here know how to keep their distance and or have mechanics that give them a good reason to. So you can get picked off from far away a lot more easily in that case, basically. I'm not 100% sure what determines which of the attacks they'll use when they rear back, by the way, because we've seen them jump backwards, and that's when the beats will do Shadow Clone and when the golds will do heal. But every time we've encountered them, they've done the jump slash at us instead. I don't know if it's because we were within a certain range. Like, if they'll do the other move if we back up or something. I am not an expert in this enemy AI offhand. Ouch. Hey. There's our buffs. Heck yeah. Warp pad. What do we got? It's items. Yeah. It also spawns some additional enemies, but I think these can all be dealt with fairly easily. Oh, no you don't, buddy. Well, as good a time as any to telepipe. Before we do, though, I'm going to apply my buffs. And there's a reason for doing this. I mean, it is a complete waste, but we probably wouldn't have gotten into a fight that would let us put them to use anyway. However, I do have something to show, and it's kind of an annoying thing that has just been a weird quirk, a peccadillo of this game since day one, and I don't know why it is, but I wish they had ever fixed it. So we're gonna go to the hospital, we're gonna heal, because we're missing about 69 HP, nice. Now, do you notice what happened? In case you don't, I'll give you like 10 seconds here, or however long it takes us to get to the shop and dump all of our shit. Going through very carefully to make sure that I'm not throwing out anything vital. And we're not. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure that I deposit that mag. Okay, so now that we've done all that, let me explain what happened. Our buffs were cleansed from staying at the hospital. I guess it's only 10 Meseta and you get what you pay for, but still, that's kind of messed up. At least they took away our debuffs too, which we didn't have any, so... But if we did, it would have taken them away. Very, very strange. And to be honest with you, I forgot about it until, like, just now. I mean, I think it's just sort of always been in the back of my head. But also... I don't actively think about it that much. And then I remember, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Are you for real? Game design. To defeat Canadines, first disrupt their formation. The red one is the leader. Kill it first, it makes the battle easier. Well, I mean, it definitely makes the battle shorter. And it definitely means that you can actually kill all of them. But easier? I don't know. Plus when they, So, when you kill a Canane, I guess I'll show this off because I haven't shown it before. Even though it's a waste of a good chunk of EXP. Ah, screw it. I'm not gonna. So when they're spinning at you, eventually they will time out and explode. And if they explode, it does pretty good damage. But most importantly of all, there we go, we'll put it that way. Most importantly, most irritatingly of all, is that it will inflict shock on you. And again, you cannot prevent shock if you're an android unless you have a very specific rare unit that protects you from it. Which we don't have, and we're not going to be able to get in this playthrough because I believe it's ultimate difficulty exclusive. But, yeah, that is incredibly irritating unless it's the last encounter of the room, and even then, it's kind of a feel-bad thing, because now you gotta heal and stuff, and There's that general shield. That's not going to come in handy for us at any point. I think we have one of those in our storage, so we should probably sell it. I'll do it later. Assuming I remember. Ah, yes, here's our buddy Santo Gold. Santo Gold. One of the very few monsters in this game that can heal its allies. And hopefully we never get to see that because, let me tell you, enemies healing, that is annoying. Like, I suppose give him the chance. You can heal too, right? But outside of very specific bosses that are themed around it, like the thing at the top of Mount Gagazet in Final Fantasy X, a boss or an enemy that heals is just kind of the worst thing ever. Which actually, that's another reason why I love Earthbound so much, is that there's a boss called the Clumsy Robot that pretends to fully heal itself. Like, it plays the sound and it plays a message that says its HP is maxed out. It doesn't actually heal itself, though. It's a classic troll. Earthbound is real good. I love that game a lot. Gee, I wonder if my username comes from it or something. I heard a rumor that the government was building a secret underground factory. The robots manufactured in that secret factory? Or was the factory a decoy? The government was developing another project behind it. Information is always controlled by the government. We don't know the truth at all. We hunters are always used by the government. We're just tools to them. Yeah, see, you're starting to realize now. Aren't you, Rico, that this shit fucking sucks? I am not sure where we are relative to the portal to the next floor. But I think it might just be up here. No, this is just a room with chests. Which is going to spawn a couple of guild checks behind us, and that's going to be slightly annoying. Because their laser beams fucking hurt. Dye fluid. Ah, yeah, orange boxes don't matter to us right now. They might in the next area. And by next area, I mean the last area of the game. Depending on what's in them. Down we go to mines 2. And yeah, this is an area, we've pretty much found almost anything of real interest down here. HP Restorate might be a nice unit, but unfortunately we kind of need all of our slots for attack power, so that's going to be a no-go for me, dog. Oh, nice. That gets us high enough that we can equip that other slicer now. Ooh, red crate. Interesting. I'll check out what that is in just a second. I'm just gonna guess that it's another Varista. Alternately, there's a chance it could be a Vice. It's a Varista. Yeah. No percents. I could tell from the evasion boost it gave us. So we can just chuck that out. Sadly, the weapon that I would love to have most in our arsenal is not one that we can actually get on this section ID. That weapon is a shotgun weapon called Final Impact. It has an experience drain ability. And again, we've said before that it doesn't really steal experience. But Final Impact is a nice weapon for areas where you're against large groups of slow mobs like this, or early parts of the caves. Because the attack does very little damage, so you can just chisel them down slowly and gain pretty large amounts of experience as you go. And it slows your progress down like mad, but it definitely increases the speed that you level up at. And that is very valuable. And overall, it's just a really good weapon to have early on in any part of a run. But unfortunately, I don't think you can get it until very hard on Viridia. And even then, if you have Section ID Viridia, it's late in the run, late and very hard, rather, that you can usually get it. Or possibly from some of the rare enemies, but eh. So we've seen up here that there's like an actual room over here. Yeah. More of these. Something behind us. Hey, Sinnoh Gold. Is that the only thing that's... Yeah, I thought I heard a sound of another enemy spawning in. But I guess it was... Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, hi, Mark. Get out of here, please. I keep freaking out because I'm worried that it's going to be Garan spawning behind me. And those things are nasty boys. There's a storm. That might actually... I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, I can pick it up and I can check that I think it's like 15 electric resist. That really would probably be worth it for the boss. Alright, what do you got for me? How much is it? Yeah, boosts lightning resistance by 15 when equipped. I'm gonna hang on to it again for the length of the boss fight. And we're gonna approach that smarter, not harder, because I've already kind of spoiled why Volopt kind of sucks to fight. So, yeah, anything to make that less sucky would make my life a little bit happier. Oh, I saw that. I saw that label. I hear it making its... Yeah, you can see its missiles coming at us. The door is too far away from it. I can't really door dance too well. Ouch. Oh, wow. They have, like, no HP on this difficulty. Holy shit. That was actually pretty easy. Well, okay, then. I guess the game decided to cut us some slack. But yeah, you can probably get at least a tiny glimpse before I turn that thing into paste of the armor coming off. And underneath its armor plating, Garan's just has more missile launchers. So, the more you hurt it, the more it hurts you in turn. Unless you're able to kill them that fast, which I did not think I was in a position to be able to, not gonna lie. Oh, hey, another pillar for us to give a quick examination to. What do you got for us, Rico? Here, I found the third one. Will it fit together when all the parts are combined? Light, darkness, pair, exists, unlimited, rule, seal. I can make out each word, but I still don't understand the meaning of the whole thing. Huh. That's a collection of words, all right. Oh, you guys are split up. Interesting. Alright, I remember they do 2 attacks before they... Well, we didn't really get to see that in full, did we? But yeah, they do 2 slashes and then jump back and use whatever move. I remember that much of their AI. Did we get the switch? We got the switch, I guess. I didn't see where it was. Neat. 6 Canadines. Easy layout to deal with. Oh, you're hiding inside the door frame. Clever little bastard, ain't you? Whoa! Incoming! Ouch. Whoa! We got no HP, so burning down what little we have is fine. I swear it's a real strategy. Meg doesn't need food. So let's eat a Dimate and... Alright, we got status traps in here. No doubt confusion, which, again, is something that we have to deal with as a robot. Unlike real status effects. Ooh. Give me some buffs. Yeah, give me some buffs. More importantly, give me that nice fat chunk of EXP from a Canadian group there. Nice, 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 nice. Also, yeah, you can see that the Sinnoh robots, because they're like ninja themed, they also have low defense to fit with that. You can see how we slaughtered that thing and the generic foot soldiers weren't all killed. We didn't even land crits on it. Put our buffs back up. Clear out the actual threats first. Oh. Oh shit, I almost got hit. We've got just enough light in here to be able to see around us for that dude. Which, oh wow, the ranged one was the last one alive. Surprising, actually. Now, is this the room where we're gonna get the 2 Garans on either side of the thing? Because I know that that's something that you come up to pretty late in the dungeon. And it is more than a little bit scary. However, this so far appears to just be a generic, if quite long, dark room. Hey, buddy. You were that eager to die, were you? You just had to come over and say hello. You fool. Oh, shit. This is that room, isn't it? Yep. Ouch. Oh, God. Ouch. Not great, not great, not great, not great, not great, not great. Go through the door. Oh, you can see that they have a friendly fire effect. Like, this one is damaged, but we didn't hit it. Its buddy hit it, though. I guess because the missiles are explosives, so... thanks for reversing my camera when I hit the camera button while I was getting hit. That was very rude of you, game, actually, come to think of it. See, we completely disdained this light switch the whole time. Interesting. I don't know why I did that, but we sure did. Money? Money. Oh, come to think of it. I'm just like, wait a second. I thought that was at the very end of the area, but apparently not. Oh, this layout is weird. Well, there's a switch that lets us go backwards easily. That thing. Oh, what? Oh, they're dicks. Get out of here. Alright. Next room over. Yeah, we've got... Well, I'd say an actual fight, but so far it's... Oh! That's actually quite a lot of firepower. We're gonna back up and we're gonna heal. We're gonna let these guys reset. And then we're gonna take this from the top here. And down they go. Ooh, there's our next level. There's our boss fight here. So remember what we're gonna do, folks. We're going to go in here. We're going to unequip this general power double minus, and we're going to equip a resist storm in an effort to try to make this boss fight a little bit less garbage. And admittedly, I ain't expecting good results, but it should hopefully do a little bit for us. Ah, rats. We're not quite high enough to also go equip the new slicer after doing that, but we are backing up to dump our gear. We're gonna throw down another telepipe, and honestly, I'm gonna just be kind of in despair if I lose this fight, because then I will lose all the soul atomizers that I stored up this entire playthrough specifically to deal with this. In fact, oh, thank fucking God. The shop is selling them. Yes! I can go store the stack that I have and grab a new one. You know, just in case things happen to go tits up, we'll be good to go. In fact, I'm gonna grab 2 scape dolls here. Oh, I have a general shield I can sell. Nice. Give me the money for that. Okay, buy a block of these. Is there anything of value in this shop? There's no 4-slot armors, so no. There's not even another resist electric, so meh. And in fact, just to show how much this is a thing that I'm caring about, I'm going to modify my hotbar to throw a soul atomizer on there for the length of this boss fight, because I want those on call as soon as possible, even more than I do healing items. My hope is that the electric resist we have of 48 thunder resistance should give us some ability to not get hit by shock so easily. But if not, you can only do what you can do. Folks, say hello to a bunch of monitors and a hanging weird lantern thing. It's Volopt. I don't think this is anybody's favorite boss fight from this game, for a wide variety of reasons. But it's got a lot of parts, which is real cool when you've got a big fucking shotgun like this. And now we come to the pillars. So for best results, you want to tag the one that has the red glow in the face, because it will stun. Sometimes it will stun the rest of the boss. Oh god, I thought there was going to be more pillars, but not yet. That's in a later rotation. Oh yeah, no shock. Yes. All right, so that should stun. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to get back to it. Okay, try not to shoot the thing in the middle too. Oh wow, we took that thing absolutely apart. Usually you have to destroy everything, because it has like a hidden overarching health meter or something. So we got away with that. Like, we cheesed the fuck out of that thing on a level that I'm not perfectly sure how we managed to pull it off, but okay. Also, our shotgun is doing absolute yeoman's work against this thing. So the backside has a missile attack that you saw. The part that we destroyed... Well, okay. Also, holy shit, it dropped its rare item. I'm at a loss for words, everybody. So, okay. When I fought this boss on normal, it was the worst fucking thing that I ever did in that entire playthrough, basically, because during the first phase, I basically was sitting there fishing for a time when I wasn't shocked in order to be able to attack any of the body parts outside of the screens, and at the time, the only hit-all weapon that I had, I think, was a partisan. So I didn't really have great options there. I pretty much was just taking pot shots at it with my pistol the whole time. So, summary of the first part, the main pod floats around in the back screens. You want to smash as many of the monitors as possible. I think that it's just a shared health pool, and however much damage goes to the main health meter of the boss. So you would prefer not to hit the ones in the middle of those, because that'll break all the monitors. And the hanging pod in the middle, if you shoot that down, eventually it will explode, and it will stun all the pillars and knock them back out. Only during the pillar phase, but that tends to shock you as well because it's lightning damage. Pillar phase, you saw the basics of it in that you hit the one with the red face and it stuns the other pillars that are there, and you try to hit them to do damage to the boss. And during that phase, it will shoot a chain lightning effect from one of the pillars to the lantern and then down to you, which will usually shock you. Phase number 2 is the thing with the 5 parts that you saw before, with the core in the middle, the rocket thing, which is the first attack, and then, so that's its backside, and then it turns to its right side. Okay, wait, no, left side, pardon me. It turns to its left side, and it will range find at you for a bit, charge up, and then it tries to smash you with that pillar 3 times. And sometimes it'll do that attack pattern twice, especially when it's at low health. Then it rotates another 90 degrees to have the front facing you. The right side opens up and it heals all of it for like 15 HP. It is the most pathetic heal in the game. It's even worse than if I could cast Resta, I'm pretty sure. And then the front side shoots an energy ball at you that chases you for a good long while. If it chases you, you get petrified, basically. Like, you're locked in place. It's not a status effect. It's like a physical trap that we'll see in the next dungeon. And then it charges up a bunch of lasers at you, and it hits you real hard all at once. And then it goes back to the rocket, and the pattern loops from there. And the intended goal is that you break all the pieces, and then it kills the core. But as you can see, we did so much damage in such a big area that we kind of skipped over all of that. And oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen this thing drop. Although I've used improved versions of the weapon. We got ourselves a photon launcher. This thing has more attack power than our standard pistol. It's pretty slow. Oh no, that's actually decently fast. That's kind of like mid-speed, I would say. I'm just kind of in a state of shock right now of my own. So, excuse me if I'm not useful sounding. So, the photon launcher type of weapon has kind of an AoE to its attack impact, or possibly to its line of fire. I've always been a little bit dicey on that. But it's kind of just like an improved rifle in terms of its ability to hit things. Maybe not necessarily in terms of its accuracy stat, but I mean, just... you know, we're just gonna take what just happened earlier, and we're gonna shut up and we're gonna be happy about it, because the less frustrated, you know, the less pain I have to deal with against Volopt, the better. I can move on to something a little bit happier, like me having a full inventory. Fuck! Let's replace that. And now we go to the warp. And ooh, spooky. I can now say that there was an ancient civilization on this planet. Ruins buried in the ground. This is the evidence. The government was about to secretly conduct an excavation to study the ruins. No intelligent life was discovered when Pioneer 1 landed here. Something else must have caused the destruction of this ancient civilization. What happened on Rhaegol in the past? The government was decoding the characters as well. Here is their analysis. I'll try to fill in the gaps with my own data. Light, darkness. Appear, no. Exist, no exist. Unlimited, seal. Moot, dietz, poom. What's the last line? An incantation? Seal, seal. What is sealed? Where? Is it about this door? Is it sealed with the words Moot, Ditz, Poom? Maybe each word in the incantation represents something? I found 3 monuments. Are they keys to open the door? Yeah, so if you hadn't found the 3 pillars, you would have to go back and find them in the 3 main levels, and this would teleport you back to the Pioneer 2. But we completed that side quest. Side quest, air quotes. And we can now go in to Ruins 1. And here we are. This area freaks me out really badly because of some parts. Like, look at this thing. What in the fuck is this? Actually, we're gonna let ourselves get attacked by this nasty creature. Oh my god, it crit me. Fuck. Like, look what happens when it bites you twice. It splits up, and we'll encounter claws as regular encounters. We won't encounter bulks as regular encounters, which is great because they're disgusting looking. Also, yeah, the music here gets incredibly intense. If you can hear that, It is bone-chilling. This is, like, one of the creepiest things that I've seen in an RPG, seriously. It's fucked up. Let's get out of here. And also, let's remember to re-equip our power unit there. And then we got a bunch of shit to dump in the shops. And yes, we should tech the photon launcher just so that way we know what it is and we can see and use its special attack properly. The photon launcher. Say hello to our new friend, everybody. This is probably going to be our main weapon for a good bit. In fact, I may just stock the Varista right now. A launcher that fires photons that can pierce through enemies. Its special attack paralyzes enemies. Oh, yeah. So cool. So neat. I love it so much, man. Oh, I don't give a shit about the Drainglaive, and I'm not going to tech the other Varista. I've never been able to get that to drop from Vol-Opt. I've known that's been a thing for a while, but I've always just gotten them through other means. So we're saving that stack of Sol Atomizers, but we're going to stock the Scape Dolls, which are going to end up coming in handy for us against the final boss because, we're going to want those just in case things go sideways during that fight. But that's a while yet. We are going to fill up this thing with some more Monomates, and wow, what a banner moment for this playthrough. I just, wow, I didn't think that we would actually have an easy time there. Yeah, so this thing can fuck off, and everything else can stay, however. I think we're... Oh, right. Let me not forget to take this thing. This doesn't have any percents on it, does it? Oh, it's got 25% A-Beast. Who gives a shit? We want to make sure that we're matching the stats here. Provides an extra 10 defense. That's interesting. Sell the draw cutter and go here. Let's take a look at it and confirm that it is in fact a Slicer of Assassin. Yes. Let's see how tiny that little blade is. A legendary throwing blade used by elite assassins. Its special attack can kill instantly. It can, but won't, is a good way to put it, because remember that it doesn't have any of those stars lit up. So, like, I think it's 9-star. Yeah, so this weapon is a 9-star weapon, which means that its special is still reduced. So, I forget what level its special attack is. I'm going to assume that it's probably like a tier 2 instant death move. Just gonna take a quick guess. Actually, I have a wiki open that I can look at. Let's see if it says anything for me. Oh, no, it's actually hell. It's actually tier 4, but it's reduced by reduced to 25% per target. So that is not going to insta-kill much of anything. Let's take a look. I should go talk to the principal and everybody there and see if anybody has anything new to say to us. But let's take a look at our quests. We've got 3 new quests to deal with. We have the Retired Hunter, which is way up here for some reason, and that's going to be one we take a look at. Doc's Secret Plan, and Seek My Master. None of those are the one that I really wanted to do, but Retired Hunter is not a bad quest anyway. That's one that I used to farm quite extensively. back when I first played this. So let's see if anybody's got anything to say about this. That's the ruins. The key must be lying dormant. The key to everything. Scientist, I want to know the truth, but something tells me it's dangerous. Well, it's a good thing we'll be dealing with it. As soon as possible. Yeah, alright, buddy. Fuck! Hey, you. I studied the data from the ruins, and it confirmed that it was from another civilization. Great discovery, but I'm not in the mood to get excited right now. Oh, I bet it's quite worrying. You. Yeah, we've been over that before. I don't believe it. Undiscovered monsters also exist in the ancient ruins? Alright, anyone else have anything of use to say to us? Go back and we can't... Well, just have to live in space forever. I guess. Just a hunch that I have. Want to report the ruins or their plan to excavate it. Someone's hiding something. I mean, that's a distinct possibility, but I don't know if that's true. Hey, you. Yeah, we've found quite a few of them. I definitely feel I have missed out on a non-zero amount of them, but, yeah. Yeah, we've talked to you before. What do you got to say? Anything? Not yet. Alright, well... let's go ahead and get in here, and let's take on the retired hunter. Wants to kill 10,000 monsters before he dies. We gotta kill 99 monsters to help Donoff achieve his dream. I feel like 9,901 is still a quite respectable amount of work. So, let's get things rolling. Hey, Donoff. Just have to help him defeat a few monsters. Yeah, give me your whole backstory here. You're old. You want to round off things. Question marks. What? Just like all those other idiots. Fine, we all have our own opinions. Now listen. I only have 30 minutes to live. How do I know this? What my body is telling me, trust me. Oh, okay, dude. Don't tell anyone about it. Alright, so... we go, and we help him out. Remember, he's only got 30 minutes to live for some reason, and we gotta kill 99 monsters. We could be a little bit up against it here. Because we're a little bit low level for this sort of thing, but, we'll find out. Also, yeah, you'll see that the design of this place is positively disgusting in Ruins 3. I forgot we're in Ruins 3. Oh, shit, that's a red box out of there. Wow. Garbage. Interesting garbage. I want weapons. I want upgrades for my gear, but I probably won't need any, really. What do you got for me? Is this just a... that's just a vice. Cool, though. Interesting to see if those can drop in crates down here. Got 5% native. Oh, boy. Right. That one... no, that one's not trapped. Drop. You will see that this quest, by the way, has a lot of really annoying things to make you waste time. Like, hey, they gave us a cutscene to show us 6 claws spawning. Wow, okay. Didn't know that I needed information about the existence of the shittiest enemy in the area. Cool. By the way, yeah, Dunoff is no slouch. This guy is... I mean, he's not going to be quite as gross as us because we have more gear than him. Also, yeah, he talks to us a lot, which will interfere with the mission. However, what he does have that we don't is a weapon that is significantly more baller than anything we're toting. He is carrying the Zanba, and the Zanba is one of the best swords in the game. Like, it stands a very good chance in a world where Dark Flow is not obtainable. Oh, hi. That's one of the falling traps that locks you down, by the way, and we just blew it up by accident. The Zanba stands a very real chance of being, like, the best broadsword in the entire game in a world where Dark Flow is not available. And where Dark Flow is available, it's still, like, top 3. Oh, that might... Oh, it missed us. Okay. The hitbox for the fists on the Dark Belras tends to be a little bit awkward. Also, yeah, Dunoff will talk to us outside of cutscenes as well. And you'll have to hit the A button to proceed. He's just informing us that's number 10. We've killed 10 enemies. That's no good. You're fine, buddy. So, replacing the Evil Sharks and the Boomas from earlier, we have the Dominion family. And they have a weirdly high chance of landing critical hits compared to their compadres. And the main thing that I remember about this quest is farming those monsters in particular. Way back in the day, the 6 purple dudes, or rather their ultimate mode variants, but those 6 purple dudes nonetheless, in the forward slash room that we just cleared, and the one right after that, I remember spamming this quest to get those fights over and over in order to try to farm for Spread Needle. Which, we're not going to see the Spread Needle in this playthrough, but it's a really good weapon. It is a shotgun with significantly reduced range, but it fires very fast. And it has a paralysis special, which is unreduced. So, for any of the non-robot rangers, you actually get a boost to your paralysis special in ultimate difficulty, so you can turn into a pretty powerful support with that thing. It used to be even stronger on the original version of the game. Like, I think on the on the Dreamcast original in V1, it was so powerful that I don't think they outright banned it on official servers, but they were just like, we have to nerf this. And so, nerf it they did for the version 2 and version 3 of the game, which we're playing what constitutes version 3, which is the GameCube Plus version. Actually, I think the regular GameCube Episode 1 and 2 counts as version 3 as well. But Episode 1 and 2 Plus introduces a couple of extra formerly online-only quests that are available for free, regardless of whether or not you have an internet connection. Oh, I got it. Yeah, there's a Chaos Sorcerer. Fuck! Kill that thing! Oh, we managed to remove its thing. 40, great. Great! Sorry, I was silver posting. I was silver posting. Oh, I'll pick that up. Just to show it off, because it's not going to be better than our Slicer of Assassin, but... The Saucer is a tier 4, basic... basic Slicer. And the Palace is a tier 4 basic Saber. Ouch! Woo! 150 damage from the Chaos Bringer's dash. Those things are brutal, and they look it, too. Like, that thing's got fucking chainsaw arms. A fucking chainsaw arm, rather. What an absolutely overtuned, like, Doom-type creature that they just threw in here. And they have all kinds of ways of absolutely fucking you up. Unsurprisingly. The said chainsaw arm is also a plasma rifle, and you'll notice that a lot of its blue bits started turning yellow when we did good damage to it. It has another phase after that where it turns red. And if it does that, it charges up, which removes a bunch of your tech points if you're not an android. And it fires a big freaking fireball out of its laser cannon chainsaw hand. I think they can also inflict confusion on you if they hit you with the charge, but that might only be in ultimate mode, so take that one with a grain of salt. Also, those weird pimples, they emit a bit of weird purple particles. Yes, it can poison you. If you're not a robot. Oh shit, we're stuck. And you can see that does reasonable damage. 80. It could be much worse. But also, probably because of a failing in terms of, like, they didn't program the AI to, to recognize anything from them. They don't do anything to save you. So even though Donoff is on the clock here, and we're making good time, by the way. We're half done, and we're at 21 minutes remaining. So we're gonna do this. It's not gonna be that bad. But yeah, he doesn't do anything to save you. And by the way, this is a mission that I am exploring all the side paths because I remember how this works. And how it works is that at that room that we turned around at, after that there is an area with 3 security fences. So in order to get through and proceed to the final room of the mission, and therefore actually be able to complete everything, you have to go back through all of this level, basically, and disable all 3 security fences. Like I said, this mission is designed to make you waste time. Because they know that they can't really just put you in, just kill 99 monsters. Like, okay, they could make it a whole spawn of just 99 Chaos Bringers in the big room, or honestly, even in the small room, and you probably still would not have any real difficulty with it. Because, again, Donoff is just that fucking stacked. But, so instead, they've got to do things to get on your case, basically. To make your life a little bit less fun. Alright, we didn't get hit by that thing's fist, which can do significant damage. The rocket punch from the Dark Belra hurts like hell if it hits you. In fact, just in general, it hurts really badly, and it has disgusting amounts of HP and defense for that matter. It can take a lot of hits. Yeah, that should put us at 65, right, dude? We are making great time, buddy. You're gonna have your incredibly silly wish. Better believe it. So what's going on with our... Okay, yeah, so the thing that we really want to see here is a Birdus. Which I would assume is a terrible mistranslation of Bardiche. That's the main thing that we're fishing for from orange boxes. And from blue boxes, we want more power increasing units. Everything else pretty much doesn't matter at this point in the game. Which, let me tell you, it's a big load off my shoulders. Of not really needing to find important drops or nothing. Makes life a lot easier. Alright, I should probably be using normal attacks to deal with the claws because they suffer from huge, like, comically large knockback. 70. Yeah, we are pretty close. We've only got another, what, 28 to kill here because we're at 71. And this room is going to give it all to us. Oh. Yeah, there it is. There's the confusion. Alright, can we... No, we can't actually see that. Alright. Cool. We're up to 80, 81, 82, 83. I'm not keeping a full count the whole... You know what? Fuck it. We'll count the rest of the way. This is 84 to 86. 84, 85, 86. There you go. Oh, fuck! These are the worst kind of people. Dark Gunners. Ow! That was almost 200 damage. So, as you can probably tell, these things are immune to damage when they're doing that glittery thing as they move around the room. I mean, they're immune to physical damage, pardon me. I was like, wait a second, except for some exceptions. No, it's literally just physical damage. If you have magic, you can cast that at them. I think traps work too, but like, ha ha ha. Donoff, just shit more fireballs at it, okay? So these enemies are experts at wasting your time. And as you can tell, they hurt like the dickens. However, if you hit the red Death Gunner, it will stun the others unless you get a kill shot for some reason. Actually, I want to see, can we deal damage with Storm Cannon? Yeah, we can. Okay, so that actually makes him a lot easier to deal with. I didn't realize... 20 fucking years I've been playing this game and I didn't know. By the way, we're at 90 enemies. I wasn't paying attention because I was upset about those things. If you hit the Death Gunner without landing a kill shot, you will stun all of the others. Which is great if you are in a position where you can actually, like, decently wail on them. And now Donoff is paralyzed. Fuck. Yeah, that's another problem with the Dark Belras, is that they can paralyze 95, 96. Shut up, Donoff, you're about to... You're fucking paralyzed, bruh. 97. Okay, cool. Great. Awesome. Oh, it's a fucking Chaos Sorcerer. Of course it is. Okay, good. He's going for the Gibarda, so... Never mind. I was going to say it has a chance to miss us. Not enough of one, though. So, Chaos Sorcerers. We haven't really seen their attack patterns before. They warp in, they charge up a spell with the one attack side crystal. Dawn off, don't fucking die, stupid. Use a healing item, you jag off. Oh my god, get away from me, dude. Never mind, we're good, okay. Holy shit, I thought we were about to fail because he forgot how to use monomates after he got paralyzed. And he's still paralyzed in the cutscene. Oh my god. Oh, what a buzzer beater. Oh man, this has just been a good stream overall, honestly, in terms of just moments. What a run. Oh boy. Yeah, so the Chaos Sorcerer was charging up Rafoy, which is an explosion spell that is targeted specifically on somebody and deals damage in AoE around them. You can't dodge it. The only way to avoid it is to either destroy the crystal, kill it, or get out of the room. The other attack is Gibarda. It's an ice spell in a cone. It can freeze you. It's nowhere near a concern. Its attack pattern goes, teleport in, Rafoy, teleport out. Teleport in, Gibarda, teleport out. Teleport in, teleport out, and then repeat the cycle. Or if need be, it will charge with the other crystal to cast Resta to nearby enemies and heal them. You did pretty good for yourself, Chief. You're just gonna end here? Heath? That's... I would assume that the reference here with him going Heath near the end of his life is that he is referring to Heathcliff Flowen, who is the major character who basically takes the place of Rico in the plot of episode 2. But I don't know, maybe he just has a girlfriend named Heather or something. It's a Japanese game from 2000. He is absolutely not gay. Don't say it could be a boyfriend. I'm sorry, but I'm not the one who is responsible for how that culture is. This would be a much more emotional moment if we'd had a little more build-up about Donoff, but unfortunately, not so much. However, we return, and he's dead. Oh yeah, you're just the usual, nurse at the hospital. I probably could actually, like, talk to these people beforehand, and it would have been fine. Well, hi, Alicia. Being tied to a bed at the hospital. I mean, yeah, he just kind of dropped dead, though. Hey, Roving Techer. As everyone speaks fondly of poor old departed Donoff. Now, we can just dump this stuff. There's a railgun there. That's a tier 4 pistol. So not really a great piece of gear, but hey, it exists. Well, let's tech these weapons again, show off the models and everything, because we're not going to use these. A Lord Saucer. Ooh, actually, this is making a case for itself already. Lords is the tier 2 experience drain ability. But yeah, as you can see, tier 4 basic slicer. Not a super important thing for us to have, but we're going to see a lot of them probably by virtue of being a Whitetail. And a Phil Raygun. This is... Railgun, pardon me. Third stage health drain ability, which is not bad. Not bad. But, I mean, I don't think that the DPS is really going to compare and be all that impressive versus the photon launcher. Let's go ahead and deposit escape doll. I'm gonna feed my mag, and then I should go buy food for it. Right. Let me not be an idiot here. Now, before we end the quest, we're gonna go back into the ruins. There's no real Easter egg to be found here, but there are a couple of free boxes that we can crack open. Plus, if we decide to just sponge anything else for cash, why not, right? We may as well. There's stuff lying on the ground that's worth a little bit of money. And hey, we can go check those last couple of boxes, hope for a couple more attack boosting units, because hey, who wouldn't like to be in a better position at the end of things, but yeah. Also, we can explore the little bit of the map that we have neglected up to this point, which is not a lot, but there's still some. As we lean back for a bit and we think about our positive memories of you know, that guy. He hung out with us when we came in here for the first time, and we were fighting things that we were frankly a little out of our depth for. He had a big, like, bar of steel that he used as a weapon almost, and it did tons of damage. Bernie, that's right. None of you remember who Bernie is either, I'm sure, so joke is a little bit lost. Not as funny as it should be. As you can see, we can't go through that path and go the long way through that part of the level. That way just goes up to that end of things. Pick up this junk. Oh yeah, by the way, the Gatling looks exactly like you think. It's just a basic mech guns, but with red textures. Over here, I believe, is a healing ring, which we absolutely do not need right now. But I know someone who could have used it during the last part of the mission. That was a nail biter, let me tell you. I can't believe I got away with that. Phew. Sheesh. We're taking out the storm cannon because it will help us pick up stuff from these boxes easier. In fact, I don't seem to recall seeing a whole lot of drops in here, which is weird. On normal, there were just fuckloads of drops, but on hard, I guess not so much. Ooh, is that going to be another vice? I'm taking that as a yes. Yep, there we go. Another vice. They are common as junk mail, if you will. But extremely rare as good weapons. Da 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 da. Drop that. And hey, this is what the teleporter to the final boss looks like. It's weirdly octagonal. Glorious shield. Level 51 for that thing. Unfortunately, we managed to actually pick up a secret gear, so that's never going to be used. Crunch, crunch. We don't need a telepipe. We will in a second, though. Another Gatling. General shield and metal body. Let's drop the telepipe. Pick up this one out of the middle of the room. And actually, we're going to throw this evade material on the ground. Same with the Night Power Double Minus. Those are both, like, mortifyingly useless to us. And we're picking up the other stuff and we're going to sell it. So yeah, this is a great quest to get stuff in, if you happen to need stuff. They put it a little bit higher up in the quest list, and for good reason, because you'll really want to do it, like, as soon as you are able to. It kind of gives you a nice little power boost all around. Do we have anything? Yeah, we need to grab some more. All right, that is going to be all for the Retired Hunter. And we're going to equip the Photon Launcher again because it's just so cool. I'm surprised it's still weaker than the DB Saber, though. That makes me a little disappointed. But hey, go to the counter, get our 18,000 Meseta. Holy shit, that's a lot, in case you couldn't tell. I'm kind of surprised by just how much that is, actually. Ugh, wow. Alright. And we'll deposit our cash, and we will save and quit and sign off for the evening here. Any items to deposit? Nope. Alright, make sure that we save and quit on camera, because otherwise I may not know. And after all the stuff I've gotten today, I'd be really upset if I lost any of it.